If both men and women could get pregnant after coitus with a 50-50 chance either one would have to carry the baby for the term of the pregnancy, how would the world change?
We have the results. You are not the mother. I told you. I told you. She doesn't even look like me.
Guys with a beer belly would get congratulated on their baby, much to their annoyance.
You'd have to invent a new word for twins that means same parents, same birthday, different uterus for the people who have sex more often and end up pregnant at the same time.
Read The Left Hand of Darkness. It is an amazing sci-fi book that explores this.
Half the babies would be really, really tiny. There would be bigotry based on what sex you were birthed from. There would be countless studies proving that one sex births better people than the other. Anyone saying that things would be better is delusional and not thinking it through.
Drafting for war would be a bit trickier.
Y'all are over here answering questions and I'm asking them like, who the hell says coitus? There would be a lot of really amazing prenatal and pregnancy lounges at work.
Bartenders of Reddit, what is the strangest conversation you've ever overheard because people assume sound doesn't travel over the bar?
Even though we were busy, I clearly heard a woman say to her friend, "Hey look, the bartender's really cute." Friend, "No he's not." Response, "Oh yeah, you're right."
I overheard a woman who worked for a New Zealand online dating service, and was basically a profile censor. She described her job as being 80% cock pick removal, and had seen so many cocks she could divvy them up into a few distinct categories.
On Valentine's Day this year, we had a guest who accepted a FaceTime from his girlfriend while his side chick was with him at the bar. He angled the phone so his girlfriend wouldn't see the girl, but it was so obvious.
You won't come home with me because I have a stinky pussy sob sob, middle-aged woman on a first date at like 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. The guy was planning on going home with her until that I guess.
Randomly overheard two middle-aged women. As a woman ages she can choose between her face or her asshole, but she can't choose both. I have no idea.
Escape room employees of Reddit, what was the weirdest escape tactic you have seen?
We had a code hidden on a thermochromatic mug. There was also a tea bag, a kettle and a paper clue saying to make a cup of tea. Had a group get stuck because they thought it was joking and never made the tea.
I was told this by an employee. There were paper clips to unlock handcuffs. Someone stuck it into a functioning outlet.
I run one where you work at a time travel agency. The person walked out of the room mid-game, "We don't lock them for fire reasons," and exclaimed their victory. Someone honestly believed that throwing himself at the door counts as solving the riddle. Since that fateful day I tell every group that it is not necessary to throw yourself at doors.
Not an employee but an escape room we went to warned not to rip up the wallpaper. Apparently one group had utterly destroyed one of their rooms by searching for clues under the wallpaper.
What rules has your cat set in your household?
A gentle tap on the shoulder is a request to be let under the blankets. If the tap must be repeated, it will be noticeably less gentle.
All water glasses must be covered or empty. All others are hers to do with as she will. Friends wonder why we habitually put books over our glasses if we get up to go in the other room.
Touch me but don't touch me.
That I cannot close my bedroom or my bathroom door, lest I wish to hear them pounding and yowling till it's opened.
Doors must stay open at all times.
I had a cat that enforced a very strict no whistling policy. You whistle even one note you get bit.
Breakfast, for the cat, is at 5:50 a.m. exactly. No need to set alarms in my house, the cat will wake you with the song of his people.
What's something you really want to brag about but don't have a good excuse to bring up?
My credit score is finally in the green.
After a year of sadness, I am finally completely over my ex.
I built my house with nothing but my own 2 hands. I did everything. Plumbing, electrical, cabinets. Everything except for drilling the well and putting in the septic tank.
I've written a book. 200 plus pages, unpublished, but I actually wrote it. I've lost 40 pounds since the end of September, just with diet and exercise.
I'm moving into a larger apartment that's cheaper than my current place.
I was in a math competition in 6th grade. The team was meant to be 5 people, myself included. The day of the actual competition, it was 1 person and myself. No one else. We got 2nd place. Also, unrelated, but I got a quad colliding before.
If you became the CEO of YouTube, what would be the first thing you would change?
Make the dislike button on comments actually do something.
Allow users to view their way to the weird YouTube again. Just because I watch one video with the top 7 travel packing hacks doesn't mean I only want to see only packing hack videos.
Parents can have a kids' YouTube where they will only show and recommend whatever creators the parents select and nothing more.
Put the burden of proof on the copyright holders when they make claims against content creators.
Talk to Pornhub's CEO.
I wouldn't shit on my own content creators constantly.
Playing music with the screen locked on mobile. Can't believe I've spent all these years struggling with accidentally tapping something on the screen in the pocket.
Anyone who makes a copyright claim on something they don't actually own loses the right to make copyright claims.
Bring it back to being a platform for creators, not companies. And actually make a good YouTube rewind which isn't a glorified ad.
What is a critical hit in real life?
Getting bad feedback on something you thought you were good at. When you hang out with your crush and someone jokes about you two dating and their response is ew.
Clipping your elbow against a doorknob. A razor scooter to the ankle hits for 700 extra damage.
During sex, making fun of how somebody looks or sounds when they're having an orgasm.
Attacking your so's biggest insecurities during an argument.
Getting denied your first credit card for a lack of credit history, which puts a mark on your account, making it harder to get a credit card. Starting to tell a story to some friends, but 1/4 the way through someone else starts telling theirs and you are forgotten. Would you like to go out this Friday? That's so sweet.
Which conspiracy theory is so believable that it might be true?
YouTube in a mobile browser is so shitty so they can force you to use the app and not use an ad blocker.
Memes about the NSA and other spy programs are encouraged by the very agencies spying on us, to twist the idea into the absurd and to humanize their agents.
Long John Silver's is some kind of money laundering scheme on the basis that they have been open for as long as I can remember, but I have also literally never seen a busy Long John's. Toxic delusion that I ironically entertain? Perhaps?
The president of the Philippines, Duterte, is very anti-drugs to hide his own involvements with drug cartels off which he makes billions.
That the CIA posts this question every time so they know what the general public suspect.
The value of expensive art is just as a pseudo-currency for rich people to subtly buy drugs or other illicit things.
Miley Cyrus's crazy streak was all a carefully planned marketing scheme to get her solidified as an A-list celebrity.
Redditors who take rejection like it's nothing. What's your secret to overcome such?
Don't have expectations.
It is nothing. So I just act in accordance with reality.
Nobody owes me anything and I lose nothing because I didn't have a relationship with this person in the first place, merely the idea of it.
Get rejected a few times and you'll learn that the worst part about rejection is just not getting what you want. If you don't try, you won't even have a chance, so why not?
I just remember this quote from Post Malone. Life goes on, what can you do?
What do blind people find attractive?
I'm legally blind, and tend to find voices pretty important for finding someone attractive. Also, their hair, and general face shape. If I'm close enough to them, I can see some details if I'm very close to someone.
A personality.
Well, I'm not speaking for all blind people, but personally, I find voices and personalities to be attractive. Also, traits like kindness, you don't see that enough these days.
I am not blind, but dated 2 blind girls in my life. They loved if I smelled good and had a deeper voice.
Sound, scent, taste and feel. May I remind everyone of that scene in Robin Hood, Men in Tights where Lincoln is caught feeling up the statue?
For me, it's all about the birthmarks. They sometimes say things in Braille. If I don't like that, I don't find the person attractive. Jokes aside, personality, voice, way of talking. What did you think?